As a spectator this time, the RS Sprint at Donington Park, and I'm just watching to see how Stuart gets on. He's part of the iRacingUK community on Discord. I hope he doesn't mind me dropping in on his race. There's the iRacingUK logo. Nice lime green Ferrari. Let's see how he gets on. Good luck, Stuart.
The air temp is 18 Celsius. The track temp is 26 Celsius.
Here they go on the parade lap.
Remember, nice and patient, try and avoid contact.
Avoid contact at all
What
costs.
the fuck, iRacing is skipping me. There were still 20 seconds to grid, and now I'm missing the grid, and I'm...
Stuart is ranked
I'll
number
qualify
1 in
for
his split.
fucking shit.
And through the hairpin, onto the start finish straight, ready for the green flag, and away they go, and we're racing. This could be messy in the first corner. And everybody looks as though they're through clean. That's a nice start. Stuart already up to 11th place as they go down Craner curves towards the old hairpin for the first time. Takes a little bit of the grass there. To quite a difficult section here up towards Coppice.
David, don't block.
Dive down towards the inside. It's a fake. Oh, I think he's just touched him there, did
David,
he?
you're an idiot. What are you doing?
Got away with it though, and the race is still clean. No damage to the front of Stuart's car. And he's up the inside. Forces the Ferrari wide, and he's tucked in behind the Audi as they go back down Craner curves. Up to 10th place. That Audi looks rather nice. The lime green racing machine is hot on his heels. Nice and smooth. Back down towards the straight. And the chicane at the bottom. There's always an opportunity to dive down the inside. Oh, Stuart. Took a little bit of grass there again. He's defending. Ferrari's trying to get up his inside. Bit gingerly there, Stuart, well done. He's held on to his place. But unfortunately, the Audi's just got away from him a little bit. Old hairpin. Needs to get back in touch with these guys. Nicely done. Right, the Ferrari's just dropped back a little bit. Oh, here he comes. Closed up on him quite a lot there on the brakes. Stuart keeps his cool and heads back down for another lap. Nice and smooth.
Defending, you're costing me.
He's still in touch with the guy ahead, but he's giving it everything at the moment. Nicely done. And the field's stringing out now. A little bit of open tarmac to play with. And Stuart's managed to claw his way back up to the back of this little group. And there's a send. Can Stuart take advantage of it and get past this Ferrari? He's right on his tail. He's got the inside line. He's just showing him his nose. That Audi looks fast. But the Ferrari is good round here. It rides the curbs well. And Stuart's looking nice and consistent. 9th place. Very tricky corner, Coppice. Car unloads, goes light. Back down the straight again. The Ferrari in 10th is having a bit of a jink, trying to put him off. Closes up lots on the brakes. Stuart keeps it nice and smooth. So we've got a little train forming here, looks like BMW, followed by Ferrari, Audi, Ferrari, Ferrari, Ferrari. The Audi's mixing it up. This guy off track there, comes back on. Oh, Stuart's lost it, and he's into the barriers, on his nose, and that's probably the end of his race. Back to the pits for Stuart. That's going to be a lot of repairs. Does he retire? We don't know. This could be a long wait, guys. So we're going to go back to the race and see what's happening out on the track. So there's the leader, number 11 car, the Audi. Christoph Dietrich. seems to be smooth and running away with it. That Audi's sounding very high pitched as it goes up the hill and round along the top end along to Coppice. So let's just have a look back through the field, see how we're getting on. Student driver in second place in the BMW. Well, the Mercedes are right up behind him. I don't see very many Mercedes at the moment. It's not the favoured car. So let's see how Ben's getting on behind him in the Mercedes. Growl of the Mercedes as it comes down towards the old hairpin. Getting up nicely with the BMW. His all black paint scheme gleaming in the sunlight. And the first three certainly have made a break. Ted Bradbury behind, let's see what he's doing, how he's getting on. Another BMW. A new GT3 M4 prototype. Seems very popular at the moment. Sporting number 3 in the 4th place position as we come down Craner curves in the cockpit with the driver.
Go on, Dan.
He's going to have to get his foot down to catch the first 3, I'm afraid. He seems to be making a bit of a break, and he's all by himself at the moment. Ivy behind him, trying to catch up, see how he's going through the chicane. Well, these guys are certainly fast. Fifth gear and down the gearbox, down to second, and back down Craner curves. Very shiny paint scheme there on the Audi. Gran Turismo, wrong game, mate.
Always nice to be next to like this.
And these guys have really made a break. You know, first to fifth have got clean away from the rest of the pack. Let's see how the rest of the pack's getting on. Well, there's a little train here behind the 8th placed Ferrari, number 4. Ah, it's smooth through there. And it looks like Stewart's retired from the race. I can't see him in the pits anymore unless he's back out on track. And we'll just work our way backwards through the pack and see how the other drivers are getting on. And here we are on board with Chris Scott in another Audi. Fox you indeed, Chris. Has he got the power to get past the Ferrari? Or the brakes to outdo him into the chicane? He's hot into there. Nicely taken. The field certainly seems to be dominated by Ferraris. It's a very popular choice of car. An old stalwart, probably due an update. But they are popular for a reason. That's because they are fast. And here we are, watching the 8th place. Once again in a Ferrari. Driver of this, I think it's called Juan, as we jump inside the cockpit and see how he gets on as we come back down towards the chicane. Back with 9th place now. A Ford, my word. Somebody's actually racing a Ford. I thought everybody had abandoned the Ford, but here we have Perrier, car number 24, in 9th place. Well, he has a 10th place right up his inside. Car number 8, another Ferrari, pushing and pushing. Well, good exit by the Ferrari, right in his tail. Alex Gardino. Oh, he's gone, pushed it wide. It's going to make the old hairpin a bit dodgy. Oh, he's pulled it back together again now. Well done.
Me. I'm still there. Can't just turn in.
Number 29. As we jump on board again with Charlie. In 12th position. Come on, Charlie. Let's see what you've got. Another car sporting the iRacingUK logo down the sides there. Let's just stick with Charlie for a while. See how he gets on, see if he can catch number 8, who seems to have been causing him problems, and he's passed. Who's that that's gone off? Looks like the Ferrari. Promotes Charlie to 10th. Well done, Charlie.
Come on, man.
Nicely done, Charlie. See if you can catch this Ford. I think you might have been getting held up by the other guy. And And down Crane curves we go. Charlie's kind of by himself at the moment. He needs to push to catch the back of this Ford. He's in the top 10 though, and driving well. Coming to the difficult coppice. And we ride on board once again as we go up through the gearbox, looking for the braking point just over the crest here. Hard on the brakes through the chicane, nice and smooth. Power on, gets a little bit twitchy there. Oh, he's just a little over 2 seconds behind the Ford. And the guy behind is further 2 seconds back. Keep it smooth, Charlie.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a Mercedes behind him. Pushing it, gets a little bit ragged but holds on to it, and round we go again. And Mercedes seems to have made up a little bit of ground. I think the Ferrari's probably better through the chicane now.
Sorry, mate.
And then there's a car in the pits. That puts Charlie into 9th place.
That was my bad, mate. I'll let you back past me straight.
Nicely done, Charlie. Keep it smooth, keep it on the tarmac.
That's right.
And he does look so he has a little bit of damage to his front right
come
wing.
on, mate. There's no need for that.
Oh, is it just the way the bodywork is? Difficult to tell with that crazy paint scheme. And down to the chicane one more time. He's certainly making a little bit of ground on the Ford ahead, but likewise the Mercedes behind him is also making ground on Charlie. The positions remain static, but they are compressing a little bit as we come through the old hairpin, back up the hill, underneath the bridge. Through coppice, onto the back straight, and the Mercedes has definitely made some ground. Come on, Charlie, be strong on the brakes. A shell livery bright on that Mercedes is going to be big in your rearview mirror. As he's starting to push you a little bit there, Charlie. Got to keep it smooth. Don't be intimidated. And he's got a bit of a run on you. And the gap ahead has also come down. I'm starting to bunch up a bit here as the race progresses. On to lap 20 now, and the Mercedes powers up right behind the Ferrari of Charlie. Charlie's trying to fend him off, and he's right behind him, right on the bumper. It's going to be down to the brakes. Keep it smooth, Charlie, keep it smooth. Nicely done. And defend your line. We're bunched right up now. Charlie's looking fast and smooth. Got his composure back. And the old hairpin. And back up the hill under the bridge. There's about a second between the three of these guys now. Charlie, just stay consistent. Take your opportunities. Good drive onto the back straight, and you're right under the wing of the Ford, which looks massive ahead of us. Ford powers out of the chicane. Charlie hot on his heels, and the Mercedes has gone into the pits. Charlie just getting a little bit ragged at the back end there as he oversteers, slightly coming down Craner curves. Charlie's now in 7th place. Although it's showing number 8 on his windscreen. How's he doing for fuel and tyres? Well, the tyres should be okay. Down to the chicane, still hot on the heels of the Ford. And he's diving into the pits for a splash and dash. Slow it down. Let's see how you get on. Where do you come out? Fuel starts to go in. Audi's away ahead of him. Oh, it's up on the jacks. Is he changing tyres? Maybe he's cooked them. I don't know. Come on, Charlie, get out of there. You're dropping places all the time. You need to get out, get back in the fight. Charlie's dropping down the order as the new tyres goes on, and he lights up the back end as he exits the pits. Where does he come out? Nicely avoiding the number 4 Ferrari. He's back out and underway, but he's back down in, looks like 17th, oh maybe worse, 20th place. Has everybody pitted? Probably not. Did Charlie take an early splash to finish the race off? And what can you do from here, Charlie? There's another car diving in for his pit stop. Looks like the BMW's gone in. That should promote Charlie 1 place. I'm thinking that may be the end of the pit stops. This is now a race to the end. It's been a clean race so far for Charlie. Nice and consistent. good speed, using the Ferrari to his advantage. Up the hill we go. This Ferrari, number 4 in second place, would suggest he hasn't been in for a pit stop yet, so there might be some freebies for Charlie yet. Let's see what happens here. The Ferrari dives in. There's another couple of cars in the pits for their pit stop, their fuel stop. Charlie grabs a few more places. The guy ahead is racing for position. I can't think that anybody else is left to go into the pits now. It's just the last few minutes, the last couple of laps. I can't help but think that Charlie's extended pit stop didn't do him any favours. From a good strong top 10. He's now trying to fight his way back. I don't think new tyres are going to do him any good. Oh dear, Charlie, you just overcooked it, and unfortunately that's probably the end of your race. Can you get going again? He has a bit of a spin, and it looks like his steering may be bent. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Charlie. Just too much right foot as he came through the chicane, and that's probably going to be the end of your race at that point. Unfortunate result for the iRacing UK squad. Let's see what's going out on the track. So, ride with the Ford for a little bit. Looks as though the Ford's made it up to 6th place. Good showing for the Ford. And here we've got a little battle going on. BMW, Ferrari, Audi. Who's the strongest? That's the end of the race. So there we are with a rather battered BMW as we come into the chicane. In looks like 4th place. Yeah, so we've got 4th and 5th. The Audi is a lap down. Let's have a look ahead to the 3rd place in the Audi. Through Coppice onto the back straight. Let's have a look where number 2, the 2nd place car is, I should say. And it's the student driver and holding 2nd place. As we go forwards, and there is the all-black Audi, who I think is probably led from start to finish. In 1st position, a very strong drive by Christoph. He's 6 seconds ahead of second place.
I'm not sure, I guess we never had us there.
And Charlie still sitting in the pits there, unfortunately, as the leader comes streaming past. That high-pitched whine. As we jump on board, going up the hill, under the bridge again, using every inch of track. Nice and smooth. And down the back straight, over the bump to the chicane. And they can't be left to run now. And I just don't think this guy's going to make any mistakes. There's very little chance of him being caught from here. He's been smooth and consistent. And ultimately fast. I think this car ahead is probably the last runner. A lap down. And down pit straight. Drop down into going towards the old hairpin. He really just hasn't put a foot wrong, has he? There's gleaming black paintwork, still pristine. Not a mark on it. Number 1 on the windscreen, number 11 on the door. Charlie's car no longer in the pits, I presume he's retired. I think his repairs would have taken him too long to get back out on track. Let's go back and have a look, see how second place is getting on. Student driver with a bit of a wrinkled front end on his BMW. Still in second place though. Third place, 2.5 seconds behind him. I don't think there's any chance of him catching. Oh, number 11 car in first place. No flags yet, we're still racing. And let's have a look at our third place driver. Back on board as we go down the corner curves. looking slightly less battered than the BMW. Still looks remarkably straight. 2 seconds behind. Using all the curbs. And the guy in 4th place is 7.5 seconds back, so this is the battle. Both of them are on the podium. I bet this is for the honour of 2nd place. And the Audi is crawling towards the back end of the BMW, inch by inch. Down to 1.5 seconds now. He's made up a second of the last few laps. And there's a car away on the side. That was one of the back markers. Our 20th place guy. As they are on the track is how they are. 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Come down towards the chicane. And there's not a lot in it now. Less than a second. The Audi is slowly catching the BMW. Can the student driver hold his nerve? Anthony, you have Darius right on your backside. That big yellow BMW looming large ahead. Putting him under pressure. How does he cope with the pressure? You just see the black Audi disappearing in the distance. Oh, he's gone for the move. Oh, they've touched. There was definitely a little touch there as they go onto the back straight. A nice move, and it's going to end in tears if we're not careful. The BMW really pushing. He's pushed him wide into the chicane. He's back on track, and there's all kinds of weaving going on. I think there may be a steward's inquiry here. BMW wants that place back. There was definitely a little bit of pushing and shoving as we came down towards the chicane. All this fair and love and war. Audi and BMW battling it out for 2nd place. Our number 1 driver, Christoph, 7 seconds up the road. He's not getting worried by these as the BMW flashes his lights. He wants that place back. We're coming back towards the danger zone, over the crest, into the chicane. Does the BMW make his move? Oh, he's too far back. He can't make his move from there. And I think the Audi is just pulling away. And Anthony in the yellow BMW voicing his displeasure over the team radio. And that's the end of the race, guys. Thanks for watching. Unlucky to the iRacingUK community drivers who both crashed out. But I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and we'll see you the next time. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.